Hello and good morning, Hollywood people.
Good morning, Arrow. How are you?
Oh, it's always one step at a time, sitting here wondering, where are the movies? Where are the shows?
Right? Coming out. They trickle out every week a little bit, but...
Wow.
Here we go.
It's like they've dammed up and they're waiting for a big moment, maybe? I don't know. What's going on?
Yeah, right? Like the award season. I mean, we just, had the Golden Globes and the Critics' Choice Awards. We've got the Oscar nominations coming out in a few weeks. And, it's not the most exciting time for new movies. People are still, they're counting on people to still go see Avatar. The big disappointment, but the big hope was Babylon was supposed to be a big one and wasn't, so it's a little tough.
Let me ask you a question. Am I one of the weird ones when I say that I have not even gone back to see who won a Golden Globe? I've just got no interest whatsoever.
Well, it's weird. I feel like 2022 was not that great for movies, to be honest. And I don't think that people really care. And even with some films like Top Gun Maverick and Avatar getting some nominations, it's not enough to make people care. I don't think that enough people are going to see The Whale and Tar and The Fabelmans, and it's just people just don't care. We're living in a time where what justifies people to go out and see something when they are watching everything at home? Yep. TV is often better than movies, and so we're going to see this time. It's going to be an interesting transitional period.
Wow. So what are you checking out this week?
Well, this week, what I have new in theaters is The Son, which stars Hugh Jackman. He was actually nominated for a Golden Globe for that role. And The Son is directed by Florian Zeller. It's based on his French play, which was then adapted to English and opened in the West End. And it serves as a prequel to his play and film The Father, for which Anthony Hopkins won Best Actor in 2021.
Wow. Now I'm familiar with The Father, but I didn't realize there was going to be a follow-up to this.
Yeah, no one did. Except unless maybe anybody was paying attention to the plays and I guess that kind of thing, but so this is a prequel. Anthony Hopkins does have a pivotal scene in it. He plays Hugh Jackman's father, so Hugh Jackman is the son there, but Hugh plays the father to a troubled teenager, and he was struggling between making decisions to be there to support his teen who's going through a difficult time or to pursue his ambitious career potential. So there's also his ex-wife is played by Laura Dern. His current wife is played by Vanessa Kirby. They have a new child, and there's great drama there. They're all great actors. And the teen son moves in with his father and new wife and their baby, struggling with depression. And it's just a very interesting, it's a quiet, small movie, kind of like The Father, but with big themes. And I liked the drama. I liked the performances. Hugh, again, was up for Golden Globe. I don't know that he's going to get an Oscar nomination, but I liked it. If you like drama and you spend your money that way in the theater, The Son is a good one to go check out.
I've seen it. I wanted to hear your point of direction because I felt that there was some scenes in that movie that were very predictable, and so I set my heart up, and it's like it's one of those the shock and awe, and there were a couple of scenes I really felt like that, and it's like, oh, you could have got a different direction to make that happen.
Oh, for sure. I felt like some of the scenes could have been a little bit even more dramatic. I feel like I'm at a point, even when I'm about to review the next one, I feel like I don't want to be that critic who suddenly is desensitized and things aren't, exciting enough for me. I don't want to be bored, but there are either problems with the scripts and we're right, or we've seen too much and we're too savvy in the audience now, or maybe these are problematic films. I don't know.
Did you want more Anthony Hopkins?
I would have taken more Anthony, but what was there was worked.
Yeah. He still delivered. His presence anyway made you just go, yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like or don't like?
I liked it. I'm recommending it.
Excellent. And it's in theaters. We're not talking like streaming or anything like that yet.
Correct. All the three movies I'm reviewing today are all in theaters.
Nice. Well, what's up next?
Alice Darling. Did you see this one?
No.
Okay, this one is a drama starring Anna Kendrick, and she goes on a weekend getaway with her girlfriends, and you find out that she lied to her boyfriend about going on this getaway, and then you learn that she's in this relationship. Her boyfriend is an emotionally abusive, controlling guy, really bad guy, and so. But I didn't buy this movie. This is what I'm talking about. It's kind of like how maybe you felt about The Son. Like, I felt the drama wasn't strong enough. The friends didn't click. The chemistry there, I didn't really buy it. Some of the ways that they spoke to each other, I was like, I don't know any friends, or I've never seen my friends speak that way, or I don't deal with friends that way. Just very unnatural, a little bit self-aware, a little bit didn't feel very real. And even the boyfriend, the bad guy, was like a little underplayed. So I don't know what didn't really, just bad writing maybe. And I think I like the actors in it, so the performances were maybe doing the best they could. But it's only 90 minutes, seems a little longer. So Alice Darling is in theaters, and I love Anna Kendrick, but I'm saying skip it.
Oh, man. Oh, because I was just going to agree that, yeah, I like Anna Kendrick as well. I mean, she's one of those people that it's like, okay, I'm going to go because of her.
Mm-hmm, exactly, but
no. Not good. Well, you know what it needs? It needs an Anna Kendrick song. She needs to be seen in that movie.
I love her in musicals, absolutely.
So do I. So what's the third one?
Third one's really cool. I'm recommending this one. It's New Gods Yang Jian, which is in theaters, and it's an animated fantasy action. It's a sequel. I didn't see the first one, but it's very intricate and epic. It's very unique animation. There's some shades of Inception. It's almost like a video game at times, but it's produced so cool. I mean, are you watching The Last of Us on HBO?
No.
Oh, I thought you would be. I think you'll like it. It's like a post-apocalyptic kind of sci-fi, exciting. It's just started. There's one episode out so far, but it's like the biggest hit, to the point where I reached out to HBO and I was like, "Hi, can I get the screeners?" And they're like, "No." I was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "That's my job." I was like, "Are you?" They're like, "We don't approve for you." I'm like, "Wait a minute." I'm like, "Are some TV critics getting the screeners?" And so I write back with all my credentials. No, I'm not. So I don't know who got them. Some of us are getting them, but I guess I didn't make the cut. Anyway, it's fine.
Wow.
But that's a big hit. You'll enjoy it. That's TV, and one episode is out now. I think the next episode comes out on Sunday. But we've got but as far as New Gods, the movie, lest I get sidetracked by television reviews, which I know you're fine with, but at the same time, New Gods is cool. What I like about New Gods in the story is that it's about this fallen god who becomes a bounty hunter. He's recruited by this lady to go and recover a treasure stolen from her sister, and the man who stole it has a very altruistic, good reason to want to have it as well. So the adversary, or the quote-unquote villain, and the hero are both kind of working for good reasons, but they're pitted against each other. That I found very interesting and cool. We don't normally get that. And you got to see this in the theater. Like the visuals, the environments, the locations, the fighting. There are great twists in the story. It's just really great. I liked it. So that's New Gods Yang Jian.
So now, are we seeing this in art theaters, or is this going to be like in a Regal or an AMC?
Yeah, it should be at some AMCs. It's a wide release, so it should be there.
Wow. I mean, because this definitely has my attention.
Yeah, it's a cool one, especially visually. I mean, there's some moments. There were some times where I was like, oh, I don't know if I like the score. It's a little annoying. And then you find out that it's like coming from one of the characters who's playing a harmonica. I was like, oh, that's why it's annoying. He's not good on the harmonica.
Yeah. So now, does a movie like this work in the 4D theaters?
Yeah, it should be.
Really? So that, I mean, you could really get in there and get some action-packed movements going on there.
Oh, for sure. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. That's I try to do that, and I get a little bit more each time, but eventually I'm going to get used to those 4D theaters.
Oh, for sure. I think it's like anything. The more you do it, you will get used to it.
Yeah. So how's everything going with you on television, man?
Things are good. I did a lot of it the last couple of weeks as I was filling in as a guest co-host for somebody who was out. And so that was more TV than I'd ever done before. And it was a very fun experience and interesting learning curve. And now I'm back to my regular schedule, which is fantastic.
Now, is that, as a creative person, because I love talking about creativity and how we're able to expand, but at the same time, you've got to kind of go back to your total focus. What does that do for your creative level when you're not out there like you were for those 2 weeks, but now it's like now you're back to being Ryan with Toto?
Yeah, I like it. I need the downtime. Yep. I'm like, I needed some recovery time. I needed to focus. So it's actually been great. I had to give some things up in order to do that. To do TV full time like that, I couldn't do radio. I had to cut back on my news segments. So I had to make a lot of compromises creatively. And now I'm glad that I can kind of get back to doing everything. So it was nice. It was a great experience to get to do it, to just fill in and have that experience for a couple weeks. Yeah. But I'm not aspiring to take that on, full time. It'll be a whole paradigm shift for my life.
Oh, absolutely. Especially, a lot of viewers don't understand the prep before going on that camera. I mean, from the makeup all the way through. I mean, you've got to be prepared because that's live.
But that is live, and you are prepared. So there's a lot of preparation, makeup, picking out the right outfit, all of that. But it's also the preparation afterward because you're preparing the next show. Yep. It's a full-time job. It's very interesting.
Anything interesting happening on Ryan J Reviews, like some of those famous people interviews?
Not yet, but I'm working on them, so we'll see what comes up next.
What movie are you waiting for 2023?
Gosh, oh my goodness. I'm excited about the next installment of Dune. Do we get that this year?
Oh, wow. Is it going to be like a December or summertime movie?
Actually, there was that preview of all the new movies coming out on Netflix. There's a YouTube video of it, and I think they all look good.
Yeah.
Especially the new one with Joey King, Nicole Kidman, and Zac Efron. It's like a rom-com. And that looked really cute. That's coming out in December. But if you go to YouTube and look at the 2023 Netflix movie preview, we're getting a bunch of sequels to movies that really worked well this year on Netflix and last year. So and they look great.
He was Zac Efron was signed up to do that movie about that professional wrestler. I mean, they handpicked him and he put on all the weight and all that kind of stuff. Do you know any ideas or when this one's going to be released?
No, I have no updates on that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I just want to, because I love the way that this kid has gone from high school, the musical, to just being part of these movies that have so much emotional ties to him.
He did not sing. He lip synced to some. They had used a different voice for singing in the first High School Musical.
What?
Which is crazy because he's such a well-known singer now. It's so weird.
Oh, I did not know that. See, that's the reason why I have conversations with you, man.
Well, thank you. Yeah, for those little things. Well, when I was working as a producer at MTV in New York, I met Drew Seeley, and he was the guy. He was doing a Broadway show. He was playing Prince Eric in The Little Mermaid on Broadway at the time, and he was the guy who did the singing voice for Zac Efron in the first movie. Yeah,
I had no clue. No clue.
No one does, because Zach sings. So, of course, why would you think anything otherwise?
Wow. RyanJReviews.com. Dude, you have yourself a brilliant week with that baby Toto.
Thanks so much, Era. It's great to talk to you.
Yeah, thank you for coming back, sir.
You bet.